The line between science fiction and your living room is officially gone because the humanoid robots launching right now can run, lift, talk, and even flirt better than most people you know. Today we're breaking down 5 of the most insane humanoid machines on the planet, and by the end, you'll understand exactly how close we are to sharing the world with them. Figure 03, the household worker. Let's kick things off with the robot that actually wants to move into your house. The Figure 03 is the 3rd generation machine from Figure AI, and unlike the clunky prototypes we've seen stumbling around stages for years, this one was engineered from the ground up for the home. Picture a robot standing right around average human height, wrapped in soft textile coverings instead of cold exposed metal, so when it brushes past you in the kitchen, it doesn't feel like getting checked by a vending machine. The whole design philosophy here is safety and softness, which is a smart move when you're asking families to trust a 130-pound machine around their kids. What makes the Figure 03 genuinely impressive is its hands. The fingers feature embedded cameras and pressure sensors, giving it the kind of delicate touch needed to handle a wine glass, fold a towel, or load a dishwasher without turning your plates into confetti. It runs on a custom AI system the company calls Helix, a vision language model that lets the robot see an object, understand a spoken request, and figure out how to physically complete the task without a human puppeteering it from off-screen. And here's the clever part. When its battery runs low, the Figure 03 can walk over to a charging pad and juice up wirelessly through its feet, meaning no fumbling with cables and no downtime babysitting it. Figure is openly targeting mass production, with ambitions of building these by the thousands and eventually pricing them in a range that competes with a decent used car rather than a luxury yacht. It's not flawless, and full autonomy in a messy, real home is still the mountain everyone's climbing, but of every robot on this list, the Figure 03 is the one most clearly designed to one day stand in your kitchen and ask what's for dinner. Unitree G1, the athlete. If the Figure 03 is the polite house guest, our next machine is the gymnast nobody invited but everybody wants to watch. The Unitree G1 has become a viral sensation, and the reason is simple. This thing moves in ways that make your jaw hit the floor. Standing a little shorter than the average person and weighing in around 77 pounds, the G1 is a compact powerhouse stuffed with up to 23 degrees of freedom, which is engineer speak for an absurd amount of joint articulation. We're talking running, jumping, balancing on one leg, and yes, full standing backflips that it sticks like an Olympic floor athlete. Earlier demos showed it getting kicked, shoved, and knocked around, only to instantly stabilize itself and keep walking like nothing happened, which is equal parts impressive and slightly unsettling. The real shocker though is the price. Unitree priced the base G1 at around $16,000, which in the world of advanced humanoid robotics is practically a clearance sale. For context, machines with this level of mobility used to cost as much as a house, and now you can buy one for less than a lot of electric bikes cost. Unitree pitches it toward developers, researchers, and educators, which is the diplomatic way of admitting it's not coming to wash your car next week. The G1 is less about finishing chores and more about proving that human-grade agility can be manufactured cheaply and at scale. And once that capability is affordable, everything downstream gets a whole lot more interesting. The athletic ceiling on display here is honestly a little terrifying, and it tells you exactly where this entire industry is sprinting. 1X Neo, the companion. Now let's slow the heart rate down and talk about the robot built to feel less like a machine and more like a roommate. The 1X Neo comes from a Norwegian company chasing a very different dream than backflips and brute strength. They want a robot that's genuinely safe, quiet, and gentle enough to live alongside you every single day. Instead of rigid hydraulic limbs, Neo uses a tendon-driven design that mimics human muscle, making its movement smooth, soft, and weirdly lifelike. It's wrapped in a knitted suit, weighs only around 66 pounds, and runs so quietly that it could fold laundry in the next room without you even noticing. The goal here isn't industrial muscle, it's daily companionship and light household help, tidying up, fetching items, answering questions, and handling the small tasks that quietly eat up your time. And the conversational AI built into it is designed to remember your preferences and adapt to your routine, so over time it actually starts to feel like it knows the rhythm of your home. Quick pause here, because I want to share something with you. I'm doing a $100 Amazon gift card giveaway to celebrate when this channel reaches 1,000 subscribers. No action is required to enter. I'll randomly pick a winner once we hit the milestone. If you want to follow the journey or see the winner announcement, feel free to subscribe. Now back to Enio. What's fascinating is the business model. The company has floated the idea of offering it through a subscription, lowering that terrifying upfront price tag and treating a home robot more like a streaming service than a one-time purchase. There's an honest catch worth mentioning though. In its earliest stages, some of Enio's trickier tasks may still be guided remotely by human operators while the AI keeps learning, so it's part finished product and part work in progress. But the vision is crystal clear. This is the robot betting that the future of humanoids isn't a factory worker or a stuntman. It's a calm, soft-spoken helper standing quietly in the corner of your living room. Boston Dynamics Atlas, the powerhouse. This next one is a legend that just got a terrifying upgrade. For years, Boston Dynamics Atlas was the hydraulic monster doing parkour in viral videos, but the old version was retired and reborn as a fully electric machine, and the new Atlas is somehow even more unnerving. Here's why. This robot doesn't move like a human, and that's intentional. Its joints can rotate a full 360 degrees, letting it twist its head, torso, and limbs in directions that would send a human to the emergency room. In demos, it stands up from the floor by folding its legs backward in a way that genuinely looks like something from a horror film, then pivots its body around without ever turning its feet. It's deeply strange to watch, but it's also brilliant engineering, because a robot that isn't limited by human anatomy can work in tighter, weirder spaces than we ever could. Atlas is built for real, heavy-duty industrial work, lifting awkward objects, moving parts, and operating in manufacturing environments where strength and flexibility both matter. Boston Dynamics has partnered with Hyundai to start putting Atlas to work in automotive production, and the company is leaning hard on decades of robotics experience that almost nobody else can match. This isn't a cheap consumer toy, and there's no public price tag aimed at your wallet, because this machine is gunning for the factory floor, not your foyer. The takeaway is simple. While other companies are still proving their robots can stand up, Atlas is already moving like a creature that was designed by engineers who decided human limitations were optional, and that is both thrilling and just a little bit nightmarish. Quick system check. The robots are working, the video is working, but somehow you're still not subscribed. Let's update that bug and get back to the future. Tesla Optimus Gen 3, the mass production bet. We're closing out with the robot that has the boldest goals and the loudest promises in the entire industry. Tesla's Optimus has reached its next generation, and Elon Musk has repeatedly claimed this machine could eventually become more valuable than every other thing Tesla makes combined. That's an enormous statement, but the engineering behind it is moving fast. The latest Optimus features dramatically upgraded hands, reportedly approaching 22 degrees of freedom per hand, giving it the dexterity to thread its fingers through delicate tasks that earlier robots fumbled completely. It's lighter, faster, and noticeably more fluid than the awkward early prototypes that shuffled across a stage a couple years back. The secret weapon, though, isn't the body, it's the brain. Optimus runs on the same AI foundation Tesla developed for its self-driving cars, repurposed for balance, object recognition, and motion planning. Every unit feeds what it learns back into a shared fleet network, meaning each robot effectively teaches all the others, so your machine could pick up new skills without you lifting a finger. On the production side, Tesla is being characteristically aggressive, building units in its own facilities first, ironing out the kinks on its own factory floors before opening the doors to public buyers. The target price floats somewhere in the range of a high-end car, which for a fully functional humanoid would be genuinely disruptive if Tesla actually hits it. There's plenty of skepticism, of course. Timelines have slipped before, and turning a flashy demo into thousands of reliable working machines is the hardest problem in the field, but nobody else has laid out a roadmap this ambitious, with a stated dream of producing these by the millions before the decade ends. If even half of that comes true, Optimus won't just be a robot on a list like this one. It'll be the machine that quietly reshaped how the entire world works. That's our countdown of the 5 most insane humanoid robots pushing the boundaries of what's possible right now. If you enjoyed this one, drop a like and subscribe for the latest tech news and product breakdowns. It really helps out, and I'll see you in the next one.